This video is on solving quadratics when you can factorise a quadratic. So to do this, you've got to be able to factorise quadratics that look like this to start with. So for example, this one here, factorise that. So you've got two brackets, you've got x plus 3 and x plus 4, because you're looking for two numbers that multiply to make 12 and add to make that 7. And then this one here, this is where it's a bit more tricky. So where you do the 5 times 2 to get 10, and then two factors of 10 that add to make 7, which 2 and 5. So that'll give us x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 5. And then we factorise one side at a time. Okay, and that will be factorised. Okay, so you've got to know how to do this before you can start solving them. All right, so here I've got an example, I've got steps. Make sure the quadratic, first thing is, make sure it's in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So in the regular form that you'll see the quadratic in, you need that to start factorising it properly, because that's your second step. And then you're going to solve each bracket to find the value of x. Okay, so you want it in that ax squared plus bx plus c. So here we go. First example here, I've got this. I've got ax squared plus x squared plus 5x plus 6 is 0. So that first step was to make sure it's in that form. It is. Now I'm going to factorise this as normal. So it means I've got two brackets with x in both, and two things that multiply to make 6, add to make 5, 3 and 2. So that equals 0. And what it means is x plus 2 must equal 0 and x plus 3 must equal 0. So that means x equals minus 2 and x equals minus 3. Okay, two solutions for these. Okay, and the next one. So I've got a 2x squared plus 9x plus 10 equals 0. So it is in that form, the ax squared plus bx plus c. So we're going to multiply that. 2 and the 10, let's get us 20. And then two factors that multiply to make 20 but add to make 9, 4 and 5. So we've got 2x squared plus 4x plus 5x plus 10 equals 0. And then we start factorising this. So one side at a time. So plus 5x plus 2. Okay, shift down a little bit, and that all equals 0 still as we go. And then that means we've got 2x plus 5, x plus 2 equals 0. And then it just means we have to solve each bracket individually. So 2x plus 5 to 0, that means x must equal minus 5 over 2. So I'll just leave it in improper fraction. And then the other one, x plus 2 equals 0. So that means x must equal minus 2. Now, what you got to remember, you've got two solutions here, because what you've got to think about is what a quadratic is. So a quadratic is a curve that looks like this, okay? And if you've got two solutions, it's because what you're looking at is where it crosses the x-axis at 2 points. Sometimes you can have just one solution for these. If there's one solution, it will be a curve that will touch just touch the x-axis like that there. Your go. I've got 2 questions here. So be careful on this second question there, because it's not in the form, so you've got to rearrange it first. So do pause it and then give it a go. All right, first one here. Okay, so we just need our 2 brackets because the coefficient of x is just 1, or x squared is just 1. So 2 factors multiply to make 15, add to 8, 5 and 3. So that means x plus 5 is 0. So x equals minus 5. And then x plus 3 is 0. So x equals minus 3. Okay, that one there. Second one here. Okay. So 2x squared plus 11x plus 8 equals minus 7. Now we want to make this equal 0, because it has to be ax squared plus bx plus c is 0. So get that over to here, so it becomes 2x squared plus 11x plus 15 equals 0. All right, from here now you can start factorising it. So times 2 and 15 to get 30. 2 factors that multiply to 30 add to 15 of 5 and 6. So you've got 2x squared plus 6x plus 5x plus 15 equals 0. Factorise each side at a time. So then put these into their brackets. Okay, and then find out what each individual bracket equals. Okay, and that is solving a quadratic equation.